would be the winner in this one.
Well, not if Lorrie Nichols can help it. She may have something different to say about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against her.
One thing that both of these players have in common, Denny, is both of them won the U.S. Open as an amateur player, which is very unusual.
And the break maybe that Lorrie Nichols has been looking for. You know, it kind of runs in rhythms in the national televised finals. You get a couple of breaks, get your confidence going, and you start winning those matches. I have a feeling Wendy Macpherson-Papanos has her hands full.
Well, Lorrie Nichols back in the 85, 86 really could not be defeated on television. Nobody wanted to bowl her. And Wendy taking a minute here, talking to tournament director Fran Wolf. There was deadwood on lane 7. It is the WIBC rule that this must be removed or you do receive 0 for the frame. Even though Wendy is going to be up on lane 8 to start the match, her second frame will then come in lane 7. So
it's time to get Captain Hook out.
You'll see it coming from behind the curtain. There it is.
It was only a matter of time. What kind of a distraction would that be for Wendy Macpherson as she's kind of giggling at this point?
Well, it could loosen her up a little bit to start the match. You know, Lorrie just got a nice break carrying a light wall shot.
Well, if this lady bowls at all like she did yesterday, and we're in for a treat. Comes out, opening shot, carries the 4-pin. She bowled brilliantly in the final 8 games last night.
I think she carried everything she possibly could last night. As we take a look at Wendy's game, Denny, she takes 5 steps, actually starts the ball in her second step. She has a very open shoulder, circles the ball in her backswing. She comes around her hips. She's very square at the line. She gets back around. I think if her timing is off just a little bit, though, she has a tendency to probably throw the ball quite a bit to the right.
Was 7th when match play started on the final day. Went from 7th to 1st after the 5th round and then just basically ran away from the field last night. Set that one short and she leaves a baby split as her husband Nick looks on and was kind of wondering what happened with that shot perhaps, huh?
Well, he said he really enjoyed watching her bowl yesterday, as I'm sure everybody else did as well. She shot 528 pins over for the 16 games, which equals a 233 average, and won 14 matches. That's, you know, a really incredible match play record.
And I watched last night. There were a lot of 180, 190 games being played by some pretty good players. So she got into the zone last night and locked in, and it was all she wrote. Beautiful conversion of the baby split for Wendy Macpherson.
Textbook style right here as she puts the ball right between the 3 and the 10. Lorrie going for the double. Actually pulls the ball.
Now she's chatting with Fran Wolf. There is a local camera person to Lorrie's left who obviously distracted her on that shot. So if it's not tough enough to read the lanes and knock down the pins, every once in a while you get somebody that moves into an area they're not supposed to be in.
Well, unlike the experienced camera crew that we have on hand doing our telecast, the local guys aren't really sure how to do bowling.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, in defense of those guys, they're paid to go out and get the best shots they can possibly get. So a lot of times they're in positions that they don't think are disruptive, and yet once in a while that happens. All right, back at him. Ooh, she liked it when it left. So Lorrie Nichols getting comfortable with lane 7. Lane 8 appears to be the one she'll have to figure out.
Regrouping there after that mental distraction in the second frame. Now Wendy Macpherson, we mentioned in the opening, she has never been the top seed. She also has won a title in 86, 87, and 88, but in 1989 she failed to win, so she's looking to come back and win another title.
Trying to lock in, ball rolls up, trips out the 4 again. Anytime you can trip the 4, slap the 10, and dice the 5, you're in business. She told me, she said, last night I could have carried the entire building on my shoulders. Everything I threw up there was a strike.
It's a nice feeling, exactly.
Oh, boy.
Well,
yes.
She's won 2 major titles, both the U.S. Open and the WIBC Queens Tournament. Very prestigious events.
A little extra time right now for Wendy Macpherson, who realizes a double here puts her on top.
Well, she's been bowling very good here in the fall, Denny. She just lost to Dana 2 weeks ago in the opening match.
Well, after going high, she gave it a little more room on the left-hand lane, and now she has the puzzling 257.
It's actually the left-hander's version of the 310, which she just converted, but
with a 5-pin to boot.
With the 5-pin to boot. Trying to fit the ball between the 2 and the 7. She could also pick it up hitting wide of the 2-pin. So we'll see what she opts to do. And didn't cover it either way.
Nearly bounced the 2-pin back out of the channel, but an open frame in the 4th gives Lorrie Nichols a golden opportunity. Wall shot and a double, and you can almost sense the confidence beginning to flow.
Well, she really did not get out of that ball, and just by her reaction, she knew she didn't get out of it clean, and she says, hey, I got the break. I like to watch Lorrie's facial expressions. And she gets the head pin to come off the wall, hit the 4. The 4 goes into the 5, and the head pin takes out the 7.
Well, the 4-5-7 was standing. And at the very last moment went down. Now she's got her hands full on lane 7. A little pumped up after the double, huh?
A little bit of extra ball speed there.
Yeah, I think if she does have a fault,